Hey, what's up, everyone? Infinite Nebula here. This right here is probably one of my favorite combos for the Ninja Turtles. When they did the Power Rangers Ninja Turtles, I was super hyped. I just literally, they are really well done. Other than Mikey and Donnie, the color for Mikey kind of drives me nuts. They should have definitely went with one of his kind of like turquoise green looks, what they should have went for. They gave Raphael more of that look, but they could have done Michelangelo's better, for sure, and it still would have been different from Raphael's. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. This is one of my favorites, absolutely. I know it's probably controversial a little bit. People like their peer, but I really do like this line for sure. Yeah, we just put everything in the back. Actually, just took it off the side so it doesn't mess it all up. Leave out that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there we go. Do have all the attachments. I put them in here. Keep those organized and whatnot. For the weapons, for the longer ones and stuff, I gotta take a Dremel and cut those out, so that way I can have room for the swords and the staffs and stuff like that. But no, the Raphael I think is one of the best looking for sure. I feel like they got the green right for the Raphael. Honestly, it's a good one to go with. Michelangelo's would have been like just a little bit more blue, a little bit like a shade of blue into that green. And yeah, you would have had your TMNT fighters from early 90s, mid 90s, yeah. So that would have been cool. Him as the Red Ranger, Tyrannosaurus Rex. His weapons are pretty cool. His size, really awesome. The hands, of course, you get grippy hands and they have some martial art hands. There's not much of a difference. The double jointed elbows, I think, are really cool. Definitely adds more dimensions to them. This right here, I would say articulation wise, is some of the best for the TMNT. For Ninja Turtles for sure. Legs even go out pretty wide. That's always nice to see the thighs go pretty wide. Get those high kicks that's a really high kick right there. So that's really cool when it comes to that. The fact that they also move inside the shell, have little hip motion in there. It's pretty cool. Torso movement, butterfly joints. Said Lightning Collection did amazing job with those butterfly joints, especially with the turtles. Really awesome. Articulation for these were probably the best until Super 7 gets their line out, which I'm super stoked for, by the way. I'll have that as soon as it comes in the mail. Pre-ordered mine. But yeah, I feel like the detail was done pretty well with the gloves here, if you can see that. If I can, there we go. They got the texture in there. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the paint job's really nice. The joints are solid. They move well, and you don't feel like you're gonna break it or anything like that. But they're stiff enough to feel like, yeah, this is a good figure. I'm glad they painted these on and didn't make them loose. I think that was another really good thing that they did. I like how all of them have this band, like how the Green Ranger did with the Dragon Shield. I'm really happy they put that on there on all of them. It adds a nice layer of detail. I really do like the white diamond here. I like that a lot. If they would have kept it gold, I just feel like it would have been too much gold. So definitely like that. The belt is really cool. You could definitely leave that on there for sure. Doesn't get in the way of anything. It does move around, but that leaves you the articulation. They're pretty much all the same when it comes to articulation, so I'm not going to talk about articulation with all of them. So, yeah, and then, you have the headband. I do wish they had a little swivel back here for it, but I'm not complaining. It's pretty cool. Yep. And I did buy these out of the box. Um, I'm a I'm a collector in a sense, but not like a box collector. If I was a box collector, I don't know, I'd have to buy two of everything so that way I could, take some out and have some that I want to like pose and put in dioramas and whatnot. But yeah, the ankle joints are really cool. Got that really nice motion in there. Got that swivel ankle pivot motion. Double jointed knees. So this has just everything, which is just awesome. Like articulation for this is just great. The way the weapons look are awesome too. So that's it for Raph. Gonna move on to Mikey. Once again, I'm not gonna touch too much on the articulation. You guys have probably seen it. I'm really late on this, but I've had these for a little over a year, and yeah, I just figured I'd showcase them for the community that has been developing and been showing love and support. I really, really appreciate that. Let's keep it going. It's awesome to grow the channel and grow our community and just get people, used to seeing figures out of the box and from a collector that doesn't have all the boxes for the figures and still enjoys the figure just as much as someone that keeps it in the box. So nothing wrong with taking out of the box and posing. And if you want to keep the box and you have storage room for it, that's great. One thing also with all these figures with this line is that they are able to stand very well. When you do their kicks, see if I can get it to stand first try on it and see how we can balance that out. Get that over here, get him looking that way, get him here. Boom, see? It's just, how many Ninja Turtle figures do you have that can do that pose and kick that high? It's insane. It was great articulation and molding through Lightning Collection for the TMNT. The only, I have with it is the fact they went with super light Michelangelo. Like, I don't know why they went to rendering that way. I mean, even the comic books, rendering him way lighter. I just don't think it's a good look for him. And I'm glad when they went back with Mutant Mayhem that they, kept him darker. I liked his bluish green turquoise look. I like that a lot more. So yeah, that's about the only grief I have. Now, if they had, one more face, a serious face for all of them, and then, a playful face for Raph and Leo, I think that would have been a nice touch also. The helmets look really cool. I'll probably take those out just to show those. I'll show them separately. If the Super 7 heads fit on these, I'll definitely use them on these for sure. But yeah, as you guys see, like, they can do a lot. They can stand a lot. They pose a lot. Funnest turtles, honestly, to pose are these, hands down. Like I said, until Super 7 comes out with their line, though, probably with the articulation. Like they said, that they're moving towards double joints and stuff like that. So who knows what we're going to expect from that. But it's pretty cool. Shoulder joints are pretty dope. Goes pretty high. There's nothing stopping it. Their butterfly joints, pretty good. You got the shell kind of blocking so it doesn't get the full butterfly joint, but it's still pretty cool. And then they added this little piece of plastic to, keep it closed, which is another nice touch on their part. All right, moving into Donatello. Now, the Donatello with him having these glasses like this, his goggles, throw me off a bit. I don't mind the headband or the bandana type of look, I don't really mind it. I'm just like a real original on the, just the bandana tied up. That's just how I feel about it. I don't really like this look, but it is what it is. I feel like the color of green is perfect for him. Absolutely. And them having little back attachment for this is really cool. How flexible that is too. It just comes right out, goes right back in. Easy. Paint job, really nice. Got that nice detail, the power coin. Mastodon, it's awesome. I love the strap around the back strap all the way through. That right there is a really nice layer. I really like that a lot, that they kept to that. So, yeah. And I don't know if I said this yet, but yeah, you have full rotation of wrists. And it's just, yeah. And then they go up and down this way. And they come out really easy too. Same with the standing, like they're able to stand and pose. I'm a big fan of theirs. Their head movement is really, really good for how much they have going on, and their shell is really cool too. Like, yeah, it's just, I really, really, really liked these turtles a lot. So it just took me a long time to like finally kind of showcase them for y'all. I debated it because, I didn't have the boxes and whatnot. I was like, they probably want me to like open them. Now, let me know if you would rather have me have the boxes and I open them out of the box. Then I could, do that for y'all. But me personally, I buy them open just to like save some money. It's kind of the way to go if you're going to end up opening and posing them anyways, to be completely honest. So there's Donatello. Leonardo. This guy right here. They did him absolutely perfect. Like, absolutely. There's nothing to complain on when it comes to Leonardo. They did him just absolute justice. Triceratops. They got everything on point with Leo. It's just great. I don't have any complaints with Leo at all. Like, he looks so good. That serious face, absolute badass. I said articulation with all of them. Their joints are strong. Really good movement. Really good paint job on all of them. Like I said, just a few colored differentiations with Mikey, and maybe not the full-on head bandana for Donatello, but I know there's people that like that look, so I ain't mad, it is what it is. But yeah, Leonardo is an absolute beast when it comes to this. Like, such a good look for him. They did very well. Very, very well. Also, his two swords connect and become like a sword staff, which is pretty dope too. They just stand so easy. Like, how they just have a very strong stance. You can pose them so well. And that's what I'm most like shocked about. It's a very balanced figure. The feet have a really like nice base, and they're not weak. They're strong. Very strong joints. Gonna move on to Shredder now. Shredder, few things with Shredder is his little shoulder pads here. They are a little annoying when it comes to how they're placed, but it still looks awesome. It's cool that they kept his shoulder pads, turned them gold for the Dragon Shield Green Ranger. It's pretty awesome. His articulation is about the same. But yeah, his hands go in and out and swivel, of course. His gauntlets are just awesome in gold too. So I'm more of a silver fan, so that would be pretty cool if they would have done silver. And then did the face gold or something, But yeah, this rendering of Green Ranger is really badass. Excuse my French for everyone, it's not over 18, but it's pretty good. The one other thing is, they did a whole different. He's also double jointed and everything. Is the knees. They did a whole different. It's more of like a gold flat paint instead of the metallic gold throughout. I don't really know why that is, but maybe they thought it'd scuff off or something. I don't know, but maybe the material just wasn't flexible enough for the double joints. But his joints are really strong too. They're not loose at all. Yeah, butterfly joint, really great. It's just, yeah, I there's no complaints at all. Head movement, face mask is pretty awesome. Flexible fabric, stuff like that for the cape. So it's pretty awesome. I tuck it behind his shoulder pads instead of putting it over. Yeah, it doesn't really get in the way of articulation at all. So you don't have nothing to worry about that. You should definitely pick up this line if you don't have it. And if you're a fan of TMNT and a fan of Power Rangers, you just grab it. Especially now, like if you can get them out of the box too, like you'll save a lot of money. So I would definitely do it. 100%. Red eyes look awesome. I think that was a nice touch also. Shredder out. April O'Neil, Pink Ranger. Pterodactyl is definitely very petite. I ain't gonna lie. These joints, little hyperextension there. These joints are pretty solid for as petite as this figure is. Really good joint movement there. So you ain't gotta worry about that with this. Head movement, also on up and down swivel and, 360. I'm back. So you've seen her in a couple of shorts that I've done. Double jointed knees. Very strong. Like I said, you're not going to have to worry about joint integrity. That's for sure. They are very strong and they're not going to break when you move them. If you do feel a little like tension, you think you're going to break them, obviously move slow and be careful. Swivel at the ribs, torso, and hips. So full range of motion, really well. That's for her. You can make an arrow in there. You can put her camera in there. You can put her microphone in there. Stuff like that. So yeah, no, she's really solid too. She's like a little bit harder to stand because narrow feet, but as you see, it didn't take long to get into place and she's able to stand very easily. It's all good. So yeah, April O'Neil out. Now Tommy Foot Soldier. Really fun. Very easy to stand, like all of them. And, got the purple headband, which is pretty cool. They got his earring, nice touch there. They even got his little freckle, if we can get that up in there. Yep. There you go. So they got that. Details done really well. They, got the creases and the, not skirt, what's it called? Correct me in the comments, y'all. Sash? Yeah, sash. But yep, even got that there for the mask type of thing. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. All the way through. And this holds the sword. Yep. I don't know if that's big enough. Probably have to poke that out more, to be honest. I have not put that in there before. Kind of scared too, not gonna lie. Also everything double jointed. It's really cool. Butterfly. His butterfly joint is insane. So, but it's so good. I don't know. I don't know how to describe how impressed I am with this other than saying I really, really like it. And I feel like I'm repeating myself throughout this whole video on how much I like this line for the TMNT. It is amazing. But the Tommy, I think this is a really cool Tommy. I'm glad they gave us Foot Soldier Tommy. Like always, though, I think that I said this before that I feel like they should put like the green flicker in his eye or something like that for, you know, being the Green Ranger. I think that'd be a really nice touch in any Tommy figure coming out. I think Super 7's Green Ranger did have a face swap that you know, a head swap that did have like a little bit of that green flicker in his eyes, if I do remember correctly. If not, y'all can let me know in the comments. The sword is really nice, and it's strong handle. You know, don't have to worry about bending. It's really, really good. Hands are solid. You know, putting stuff in there for all of his weapons and whatnot. So Tommy out. Bring out the helmets. See how awesome that is? They put the red in there. That was a really nice touch. Really nice. Pink. Nothing too different about that. Really standard. So. Then we got blue. They all have red eyes. But yeah, it's really cool. Their face mask is so much better than like the original Power Ranger mask. So I thought that was a nice touch also. Yellow for the bear. It's so awesome. I honestly really like it. They said the face shield is one of my favorite things about the mask. Like how they did that instead of like making lips for it, because that would have been weird. And then last but not least, we have the Mastodon, which is one of the coolest ones. Absolutely. Then we got Foot Soldier mask. I said the red eyes are a nice touch. You like kind of see the ear in that, which is really cool too. But yeah, that's all for this reveal for these Ninja Turtles here. Gonna set him out. Peace out. Yeah, that's what it is. But as always, this is Infinite Nebula. We out here. Peace. Take care.